going to wait and then probably going to slap down 2 or 3 at the exact same time. Very interesting play by Machine. Will he get a fast third? I don't know. I don't think so. Again, it's hard to do that if you don't have any map control at all, which, you know, Machine doesn't have. You can't really have map control without gas, assuming your opponent goes, you know, some sort of Hellion play. But you need those speedlings on the field to get that map control, to control those watchtowers. Machine only with slowlings at this point. But at the same time, Pokebunny putting down a factory and a 3rd command center, so he definitely wants to turn this into a long macro game. And will Machine oblige? I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see indeed. I think maybe Pokebunny was thinking that EGMachine might go for that fast third. Normally what you see on this map at least, the Zerg players want to wait for that creep spread to start going, you know, and once they get that pretty halfway there, you know, that expansion is a lot easier to take so they can reinforce protecting it. You see Pokebunny sending some Marines out there trying to get some control of the map on that Xel'Naga, very nice. EGMachine doing a nice job of keeping some lings across the map so if any sort of aggression is going to be making its way.
Yeah, scouting information is so important as a Zerg player, especially on a big 2-base map. And we see Overlords getting into position here. Machine with an Overlord on the bottom side of the map. Looks like he might try to do some scouting with that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It's about the timing for that. And looks like Pokebunny adding on an additional barracks, putting a tech lab on one of his existing barracks, churning out some Hellions. 3rd command center just now finishing and starting +1 out of his engineering base. So it looks like he's just preparing himself for the mid-game. Doesn't look like any sort of scary timing push is in store. Actually, for either of these players, now that I look at it, it doesn't look like they're going for any sort of timings, you know, for aggression as Machine gets his lair.
Yeah, and as Machine's grabbing that lair, he is, of course, grabbing that 3rd and 4th gas right now. If he wants to be kind of going any sort of a huge muta play, it'd be really important for him to take that 3rd here pretty soon. He did just throw down a macro hatch, and I really like that placement of that macro hatch and these spine crawlers. So any Hellions are going to try and scoot their way up there. He's creating a very, very narrow choke for them to get through. Yeah,
and making it narrower and narrower. Of course, you don't want Hellions getting by, but again, Terran has the medevac, which Machine was not prepared for last game. We'll have to see if that changes this game. That being said, though, I don't see a starport on the field. It looks like Pokebunny just focusing on those barracks as of right now. Hasn't started Stim just yet. That's a little bit interesting. I would have thought he would have started it by now, but instead going to be getting a tank out of his factory. It looks like he's going to move this command center over to his natural 3rd, and Machine still no 3rd. Sure, he has the 3rd hatch. There we go. Just now moving that 4th hatchery. Going to be putting that down at his natural 3rd mineral location. But Pokebunny patrolling with Hellions checked, but just left. He could have killed that drone if he wanted to.
Yep, and that was the main purpose of those Hellions, kind of to either scout that 3rd or deny that 3rd as long as possible, and deny creep spread as well, which he's doing a pretty great job of. He's got a lot of creep units at the beginning of his base. Ooh, we see some lings in the middle of the map right here, trying to surround these Hellions. One Hellion does go down. Lings trying to get around these other Hellions, but they are oh so slippery. Ooh, they're trying to catch up, and both the Hellions go down.
Yes, they do indeed. I think Machine got the better of that arrangement. Of course, Machine, with the death of those Hellions, taking back, I should say, map control, and he didn't lose a terrible amount of links. He didn't lose too many. Also getting his hatchery down, and at the same time, though, Pokebunny getting his natural 3rd down, already muling that up. So a Machine has to be a little bit worried about that. In fact, going to be sending a squadron of lings over to his opponent's side of the map. Looks like about 60 or 70 there. The unit tab says 49. I'm terrible at guessing, but he's turning some into banelings, so that's why.
He has a nice little timing window right here. Siege Tech is now just finishing up, so that tank can't get into siege mode quite yet. And even if it does, these lings are already on top of it, so these lings are going to be able to clean up this pretty easily, Axel. And then he'll be able to go straight back for that 3rd. There is going to be no offensive units for Pokebunny to protect this 3rd. Very nice unit from him.
Yeah, Pokebunny trying to take a really early 3rd, and Machine having absolutely none of it. So Pokebunny going to retreat back to his natural expansion. He does have a tank there, and plenty of Marines. 2 mules trying to get inside, but being denied by Pokebunny's own wall. This tank could be sieged, but it's not. A little bit concerning. There we go. Just now lowering the Spideyfoot's looking to get in. There we go.
I really like this move by EGMachine. If you take a look at the 3rd base of Pokebunny that he was trying to secure, we see a burrowed ling going down, so that's going to hinder that expansion even further, especially if he doesn't have the energies because he's been throwing them down for scans or anything like, or excuse me, for mules or anything like that. So nice little touch by Machine.
Yeah, very fancy. And is he going for Mutalisks? No, it looks like an infestation pit is on the ground, and his gas is at 600. As he researches pathogen drones, yes, he has. Are there any infestors on the field? Nope, I don't see any just yet, but
starting
it
to be
looks
made
like
right now.
Yeah, there we go. 3 infestors on the way, as well as plenty of drones. Income tap shows 89 drones to 58 in favor of Machine. So definitely going to favor that economy at this point in the game. Adding on a 4th hatchery at the bottom right side of the map, and trying to get his creep spread out there. Pokebunny going to try to take this 3rd, but the awkward moment when you try to land a command center, and you can't.
Yeah, pretty funny. Again, he's going to have to waste a scan on that just to take it out. Again, not even having any offensive units down there to take care of it right away. There we go. Finally moving a tank down there. Going to be able to blow that Ling right up. Oh, he has to land it right there. He doesn't even have a scan. This is what I was talking about earlier. You know, wasting your energy on this stuff. And there, finally, the scan goes down. But, I mean, that was a good, 15, 20 seconds of game time. Very nice.
And 1 Zerg.
Oh, and this is the play that this is the play I've been seeing from a lot of Zergs lately. Going into this fast hive, going to be going into the fast Ultralist, because obviously we already see the Melee 2 and Carapace 2 going down for upgrades. That Ultralist then should come up right after this hive tech finishes.
Wow, Machine playing is pretty cool. He's got some burrowed banelings outside of his opponent's natural expansion, as well as outside of his opponent's natural 3rd base. At the same time, Pokebunny advancing towards the bottom right side of the map, which with a medevac full of 8 Marines, but Machine looks like he should be decently prepared, bringing things over there, and they are very nicely upgraded. 1-1, actually, Marines are better upgraded at this point in the game, and Pokebunny is going to be able to do a little bit of damage here.
Yeah, Pokebunny show. There we go. He's going to be trying to secure this 3rd, obviously trying to get it going. We haven't seen him try and gain any sort of map control again. He's just kind of been staying in his own base, making sure he is nice and secure. A drop tried to go down here at the south corner at the 6 o'clock position, but a nice bundle down on that medevac. Pretty easily.
Wow, so that's dealt with relatively easily, but Pokebunny now knows exactly what his opponent is doing. You could say he doesn't have to worry about mutas as much because he knows his opponent's going mainly infestors. So he doesn't have any turrets in his main or his natural expansion. He has 1 in his natural. I don't see any in his main. But it looks like Pokebunny just going to be building up his Marine and tank count. Is there a Ghost Academy anywhere? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, not that I spot either. Axel. Again, there's that Ultralist Cavern going down like I talked about earlier, getting all those upgrades. They're already almost finished. I really like this play because all of this happens just so soon within the game. A while back, we didn't see hive techs, going down until like the 17 or 18 minute mark. Normally, you're kind of wasting all of your gas on mutas and
Wow, Burrowed Banelings just killed about 10 Marines, so pretty nice strike there by Machine. It was interesting. He was trying to bait. He was trying to attack with the Lings, trying to get the Marines to back up. At the same time, there's a drop to the north side of the map. 8 Marines loaded up into that medevac. There is a spine crawler there. So 1 Marine will die before that spine crawler falls. Stemming up. Ooh, nice transfuse.
Yeah, nice transfuse going down on that spine crawler. Finally, the drones are pulled and the Lings are coming to reinforce this. And they should be able to clean up this drop quite easily. All the Marines are picked up and Pokebunny has to get out of here. He is sending it over to the right, so he's going to be able to drop on the 2nd base if he wants to, and maybe just keep that medevac back there for a while. No, he decides to keep dropping. And those Lings do clean up those Marines.
Yeah, and Pokebunny is advancing toward the bottom side of the map. Both these players are essentially maxed. I don't know if Pokebunny has seen the Ultralist tech just yet. If so, he hasn't reacted. Marines coming up to the bottom right side of the map to that hatchery. Going to try to take that out. But Infestors coming forward from EGMachine. Probably grossing a lot of those Marines. But Pokebunny's doing a pretty nice job, splitting up his Marines, sending 1 squadron at a time. Looks like Machine is going to go for a flank here, or maybe a counterattack that's full Ultralist and a couple of Marines right there, or a couple of Zerglings, right there in the middle of the map. But I think Machine will be able to hold this off.
Yeah, he has a lot of those infestors with full energy right now. There goes a nice bundle on that big Marine. The tanks are maybe a little too far back. Now they're starting to siege upon those infestors. EGMachine needs to be really careful with all those. All of those are full of energy. Finally, the Ultralists make their way forward. Infested parents firing down upon the T-Tank, taking them out pretty quickly. Medevac's being loaded up, and Pokebunny is going to be retreating.
Wow, nice engagement there by Machine. Was able to take down that army without too many losses. He is still maxed with 6 more Ultras in production. Where are the Marauders? Where are the Ghosts? Pokebunny has 1 Ghost in production, but that's about it as far as that goes. The problem is he has about 7 barracks with reactors on them. So building 4 more barracks and putting down 2 more tech labs and adding on 2 more reactors. So he needs to start favoring those tech labs, I think, in my opinion, in order to adequately deal with all of this, all these Ultralists.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He needs to lessen the Marine production and start on those Marauders and Ghost, as you have stated. He's keeping up on the upgrades as well. He's getting that 3 weapons and 3 armor, so I really like that out of Pokebunny right now. And we see a little transition coming down from EG's Machine. He is building a Spire in the second base right now behind that mineral line. I like that. He's going to need to be careful of these drops. There is an empty meta bag at the front of the We see some engagement going down in the middle right here, actually.
Yeah, Fungo's going down on all of those Marines there in the red, and the Ultra cleaning up everything else. But Pokebunny reinforcing with some Marines, some Ghosts, a lone tank from his natural expansion. The Infestors getting out of there because they do not have any energy left. And Machine charging into the natural expansion and tank sieging up. Will Pokebunny have enough? Tell man.
Yeah, these Ultras are starting to do a lot of damage, but we don't really see any reinforcements coming behind it. I think he was too busy kind of microing these Ultras around that he didn't unearth reduction quickly enough. Nothing was streaming across the map. So after these Ultras go down, no other aggression is going to be on the way, but I feel like if it did, he could at least deny this third possibility.
Yeah, this is a crazy game. I mean, I see a drop. There was a drop in the bottom right-hand side. I'm not sure how many drones were actually killed. Also in the top right, there's a medevac just chilling there. I'm not sure if he had any Marines inside of her, or if she had any Marines inside of her. But you know, that could have been a medevac from earlier, and Machine just like, oh, whatever, just a medevac. But I don't know, man. Machine up 193 to 164. His bank is pretty decent as far as minerals. As far as gas, though, he is getting a little starved. He needs to start thinking about getting a 5th just exclusively for the gas. Actually, does have a 5th, but it only has 1 assimilator there, or 1 extractor, I should say. But Machine definitely gas starved at this point, and he is making a Nidus in the main base of Pokebunny at the back there, and he does not see it. Pokebunny not pulling any SCVs to try to deal with that, and Pokebunny is going to be caught off guard here. All of his units are in the middle of the map or in his natural expansion, and he only has SCVs to defend. And you know, SCVs against Zerglings is not so good.
Yeah, not so good, especially when they are crackling with, well, those upgrades are so crazy. Finally, the Marines and the whole army of the Terran, it seems like, is coming to deal with this Nidus network. And that Nidus network is going to go down. It was able to take out a few SCVs. The important SCVs were the ones that were mining the gas.
Yeah, very true. A Machine at the same time to be countering into the main, or into the planetary fortress, bungling absolutely everything, trying to lead some bandits into there, but looks like Pokebunny will hold this off. Income captures 77 to 58 harvesters in favor of Machine, so Pokebunny not losing a terrible amount of SCVs there.
And EGMachine was able to deny the 12 o'clock base that Pokebunny was trying to go for. Not even any cancel or any sort going down, so that base was destroyed quite easily. EGMachine just has a lot of lings kind of up here chilling as well. He hasn't really utilized those as well, but he's doing a great job of macroing across the map.
Yeah, Machine playing this pretty well, and Pokebunny trying to take these extra bases. Machine has to focus on denying these extra bases, which is what he's trying to do. Nidusing in the main, that was kind of cute while distracting the army, attacking into that pocket expansion in the middle of the map there, but was unable to take out that planetary fortress. But that being said, he did take out that upper left-hand location, which is pretty nice. Also buried a Zergling there, but at the same time, we have Pokebunny advancing towards the bottom right side of the map yet again. He loves attacking in this position, at least it seems like from this game. Leading with those Ghosts, going to try to snipe and EMP. Snipes going down onto the Ultras, doing a lot of damage. Fungo's going down onto the Ghost, and Pokebunny gets engaged with every single one of these things. Will he have a
Oh, here come the Lings starting to go in there. Spineball getting the action. See the Fungo's going down by this base over here. The Ultralisk is about the only thing left standing, and it is going to be melted by these Marines. There were some Broodlords that were transformed, but these Broodlords are kind of caught out here naked by themselves. These Ghosts should be able to snipe them pretty easily. There's no really ground forces for EGMachine, but wait, it looks like Pokebunny might get cleaned up under this.
Yeah, I think his Ghost ran out of energy, but EGMachine has so many Broodlords on the field. But the good thing about that, actually everything was good for that. Everything was good about that for Machine. He is able to see the unit composition of his opponent. I should say the good thing for Pokebunny is he saw all the Broodlords, so he can now start thinking about transitioning into more Vikings to deal with those Broodlords, and of course, just going to continue making those Ghosts because, well, Ghosts are good against pretty much everything late game Zerg.
Yeah, we see some Lings attacking some SUVs at the 12 o'clock right now. Pokebunny trying to take that expansion once again. Had a burrow Ling, but its scan went down, so he is going to be able to secure that right now. We see the big force of EGMachine sitting right in the middle of the map. Let's see what he's going to do with that. And maybe he'll try and attack this base in the middle for, what, the third turn?
Yeah, man. I mean, Pokebunny trying desperately to hold on here. Machine pushing forward. So many Broodlords. Lots of lings and dangers there as well. Ghost trying to lay down some snipes, but only taking down 1 or 2 Broodlords as Machine is swarming in here. He is up in supply about 50. Going to be engaging Captain Planetary Forces. Doesn't even care. Viking coming forward here from Pokebunny, though. Machine doesn't have much anti-air here, so these Broodlords are sitting stuck with nothing to defend them.